Time for a special celebration. I have finally reached 9,000 subscribers thanks to you legendary lot. Let's see what's under the blanket. Another one to reveal. And you're watching Florence Ballard A3060 on film celebrating 9,000 subscribers. So yeah, you heard that, guys. 9,000 subscribers. What's that meme that was like from the early 2000s? Vegeta. So in my case, it'd be Vegeta. What does Florence Ballard A3060 say about its subscribers count? It's over 9,000. What, 9,000? There's no way. I remember. Anyway, so oh, I'm being stupid. Yeah, I thought I'd bring up the hat. You remember I used to wear like real silly hats like back in like 2018 and whatnot? I thought I'd bring that back. But yeah, we got the camera back, by the way. As you can see, there's the bolt necked. I've had a bit of a rearrange because I've also gone and picked up another machine yesterday. So including this one, I've got 3 to reveal. This one is going to be the last milestone one. The other 2 are just going to be revealed as of when. Maybe like once a week I'll do one, because I'm amazed at the moment I've not uploaded anything since really reaching 9,000 subscribers. We're already at 9,027. So I mean, that's crazy, because the big goal is for 10,000, and I do have something planned for that. Can't say what, obviously, but well, it's just in case it doesn't happen or so. Like I'm trying to estimate how far ahead in the future that's going to be. You know, when it could be, well, probably around summer or something. Could be. I don't know if I'll reach it that quickly. This one took a bit longer, but hey ho, we got there. So I just want to say before we start, it's the end of the day. I know what you guys are going to all comment. You deserve, 9,000, or you put in all the hard work. Yeah, okay, maybe I do put in a lot of effort to my YouTube channel, but at the end of the day, anyone can make videos. It's down to the audience to make it happen. And this is what I say. Yes, I do all these videos. Yes, I'm one of the people who's got a very interesting, like when I say, I don't like to say none of my machines are better than anyone else. Everyone's collection is great. Mine's mainly vintage stuff, but just because someone else might have, I don't expect every collector to be defined by having a Hot Point 95 series or a Hoover Logic or something like that, or a Service Quartz or something. There's people who are out there who just have Beckos, who have Miele W1s. They've got some of the new Hot Point ones, Indusets from like 2014 or so. At the end of the day, every person's collection is unique to them because it's what they love. I get not everyone's a fan of every machine in my collection. I'm not a fan of all other machines, but I will still sit and watch a video of a modern machine because I know that I'm watching someone else enjoy their collection the very much same way as me. And over the time, I was supposed to say, this year is now my 12th year of being on YouTube, and it's actually my 10th year under the name of Florence Ballard A3060, because I changed that name in June 2016, that was. I need to have a shave as well. But yeah, wearing a Motown shirt. Quite ironic, because that's obviously what my channel was named in honour of. So we're going to get revealing this machine, and then after this we can just start revealing machines as of when and whatnot. I have a spin dryer that I also want to film. It's a spin dryer you can rinse in, and it spins at 3,000 RPM. It's one of those Colston Ariston ones. So I may be rinsing towels in that. I've got a big load of towels here. I've still got some to do in there, so probably a load of machines are going to get that. But yes, yeah. So now along this wall here, there's no longer any machines that that haven't been revealed yet. Just for the Colston spin dryer there. Behind the door is... Hang on, I'm just checking. You can't... Yeah. I'm just checking. Am I going to have to blank something out? All right, I'm going to have to look back through that now and make sure I didn't bloody reveal something by accident. But there you go. There's the star of the channel. Why my channel's named what it is. So yeah. That's the idea. So yeah, I just want to say you guys have made this possible, because each and every one of you that comment, join my live premieres, the ones who've joined streams. I will be doing live streams again. It's just I've got to get a proper phone tripod because the setup I use is terrible. Or even an iPad holder would be good for that. And then we can film everything in there. But yeah, so it's very hectic in this house, trying to get all that sorted out and trying to neaten everything up around here. I'm not going to waffle on for too long because I know you guys are wanting to know what it is. I thought I'd cover in a big blanket this time. It might make a bit more of a dramatic effect when we pull the thing down. I guess you guys are all commenting the guesses in the Premiere chat. So yeah. But yeah, this is the last milestone machine because I think holding machines in this collection for so long, I mean, the Bosch was originally meant to be for 9,000 subscribers, but then I thought, because I didn't have anything to reveal for the 1400th video, and I want to still keep that going, but it's getting harder because the number milestone is getting higher. So like 1500 now is like, what on my list would be 1500 that I can get? Apart from a New Wave 1500, I'm like, yeah, but I'm never going to have a chance of finding one of those now. And then like 1600, what's going to be 1600 that falls within that category? 1800, I mean, there's no 1700 thing I could get. 1800 is like, what the hell am I going to find that's going to meet my requirements for 1800? It's very, very difficult, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I wish I did 1100 videos. I did the A3060. 1000th videos was the Hoover 6. I never did it for those. Anyway, let's get started because I know you guys want to know what this is, and I can't wait to reveal this because I've wanted to get this machine into traffic, get into use, and it's one less of a machine for me to worry about hiding. So let's go. So, I guess one of the questions is probably going to be, by the way, there's a towel under there, so I've purposely made it look really deformed. I've rolled a towel up under there. So, the story of this machine, because I know you guys like hearing about this, I had this machine from April last year. In fact, there was a video I took of the, what did I have last year in April? It has the AG Electrolux, that one that Cookie took off me, the L6 4810 lava mat. On the day I filmed the EasyCare 50 cycle, I went and picked this machine up. I wasn't expecting to find one, but you know, I was not expecting to find one. Certainly not one in London. I don't know if that makes any easier. But it just popped up and I was like, yeah, go for it. In fact, pretty much all the machines I found lately have just been, yeah, go for it, because they're nearby and I've got a car. Anyway, so I held on to this for a while, sat outside, and then I brought her up to Manchester. When did I bring this one up? I think it was like June or something, May, June. She went in the back of a hire car because I was taking a lot out, and she's sat here ever since. She's done 2 maintenance washes here. What have I been hiding? Because I don't think anyone's known about this one. Nope, this one has not come from another collector. In fact, this and the next 2 machines have not come from anyone. So, grand revealing, shall we say? What machine have I got? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Hey! Look what it is! Oh yes! I have finally got myself my very own Miele. Imabessa. And now this blanket is absolutely soaked from it being in the bath, but yeah, we go. All right, so. How do I get out of here? You're not being fooled. I know how many people are going to be screaming right now, including Washing Central. I finally joined the Miele gang. This here is a Miele W Classic model WDA 210 because she has the delay start. So, this is very interesting now, right? So, I've been after my own Miele. Now, Miele are a very controversial brand for me. The reason I've got a W Classic, it was always the rule, right? It was always my rule that whatever I got, a W Classic had to be the first Miele I'd ever lay my hands on in my collection. So, yes, at home I had the W562, but that machine is mum's. It never counted as being part of my collection, hence why there's no name for it anymore. So I don't count that as being my own Miele because I can never really do anything with it. And I always wanted one with an Angles fascia. Now, Miele are a nightmare of a brand for me because this is not my ideal Miele. The reason I got this, it marks the very last Miele I'd ever go for. I do not like the W1s at all. In fact, this is pretty much the only modern machine in my collection because this is 2015. I figured out this is from 2015. September 2015 is what Miele Miele have dated this to leaving the factory at, so we estimate it's that. Again, I don't really have a name at the moment, but I will think of one. So this is the last of Miele to use the space frame design. This design has gone since the early 2000s, pretty much. So it's very much an old school machine. Basically, this machine's kind of a souped up W562 in a way, just with the angled fascia. It looks a bit more prettier. Slightly different motor. Sounds very louder on this one. But yeah, I've played about a few times, gave her a maintenance wash yesterday. So this is my very own Miele. But my ideal Miele is supposed to be a scroll, so one that's angled fascia, scroll menu, so the scroll with a menu, and 1600 RPM. Now you're probably thinking, why don't you get an Edition 111? No, it has to be a brush motor. As you know, I hate... I say that brushless motors are like illegal in my collection. They'd never be allowed. So, and it's got to be a honeycomb care WPS model. And the only ones I can figure out are ones that exist in Germany only. I also want an older Miele, a W715, but I want a Hydromatic model. Again, only available in Germany. We only get the Novatronic one here. There's been a few this year for sale, including last year, quite a lot popped up. But yeah. So this is, now the funny thing is this model came in different ones. You've got Eco Comfort and then there's Eco. I don't know what the difference is. I think this is the one that does the longer programming because I've done a few cycles and it's not put the load down. So probably going to get like a 2.5 hour cycle. But it's quite funny because these don't work the same way as the Miele W562. And I'll plug her in actually. You'll hear why. I'll show you why. This makes some very interesting... I've configured her to be... So we get the Water Plus works on this the same way. We don't do the cool down after 95, but there's one thing I'm sure you know about these machines inside. Let's have a quick look at her. Right, so should we take a look inside? It'd be rude not to. First of all, she's got the ribs door that came around from the Edition 111s. I love this door. It's my favourite. Second of all, hear that? She beeps. So, big display. And look at how big the... See? Very clunky dial. Doesn't work the same way when you want to skip a cycle though. I don't know how you do it on these. Anyway, let's open her up. Nice loud. Look what she's got. The honeycomb drum, what Mum's Miele doesn't have. And there's something else I found very interesting about this. Right. So I'll show you the data on the sticker first. Look, so she's a 1400 WDA 210 WPM, so she's a waterproof metal. But look at this. Check that out up there, right? That is where there originally would be a light. So that door seal has it, just doesn't have... I'm shame that they did not put a drum light on these. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's her. Nice, sexy angled fascia. I hate straight fascia Miele, so apart from the vintage ones, but yeah, I love that beep. But yeah, you got 1400 down. I don't know how the delay start works. I think you have to turn it and then go. Let's have a look on right. Oh, you probably can't do it. Yeah, probably something like that. Yeah, delay start. There we are. There you are. Okay, so how much does the delay start go up to? They did do a version of Mum's Miele with a delay start. I think it was the W... What was it? Was it 326 hour, I think? I can't remember. I think you do 24 hour. Yeah, and then you just turn it to whatever cycle. So the button doesn't push all the way in. It comes back out like the newer Mieles. Right, big load of towels to do. Because this machine came without the drain hose, so I had to put a standard... I had to put a Miele drain hose on. But yeah, this came... do you know how much I got this for? £80 I got this machine for, considering that all of these tend to go for well over £200 sometimes. £80, literally was down the road from my house in London, and that's why I went and got her. And I am telling you something, I have never struggled to get a machine in my car. This machine, I'm sure, buggered the suspension up on my Mini at one point. I had to get the suspension checked. But I brought her up here in a hire car, and it was so funny because the car I put her in, it was like a Hyundai or something. It was higher than the Mini. I couldn't get this up. A neighbour had to come out and saw me struggling and had to come and help me get her out. So yeah, it's not been easy. She's 97 kilo and she has got a foot off an Indesit on there because she had the same problem as Mum's Mila, where one of the feet came off the rubber. But anyway, let's get going. That's a lot louder. Right, I don't know how much we're going to get in here. Let's put in colour on sheet. I'm going to throw in some floral winter fragrance boosters. Actually no, because we're going to do a pre-wash. I won't add that in. Right, so let's see what I can get in here, because it's a big load. 7 kilo this one is, 7 kilogram drum. So I don't know what we're going to get in, but I'll see. A lot of these towels were used when my dishwasher decided to flood the bloody kitchen. Got a sheet in there, that'll be interesting. I don't think the drum's much bigger than the... right, let me have a look what was used for the... Right, that was used in the kitchen. I'm going to fill her up. So was that. I want that stuff washed first, I think. Yeah. They're already partially wet, so that should help. As you know with me with Milas, I load them a bit more fuller. I could get a couple more. Maybe these 3 could go there. Yeah. That's probably full enough. The rest can be washed in something else. Okay. Just going to close the door gently. That's very gently. So for today's detergent, I don't have Mila's own brand Ultra Phase or Ultra White. No idea where you get it from around here, and I sort of didn't think to get it in time. Anyway, it's about £16 or £17 per box. I was like, maybe for a more higher end Mila, I would do that. So we're using good old Asda brand non-biosensitive, both for the washing powder and the conditioner. Tesco's own brand Oxy Powder Stain Remover for whites, because there are some white towels in this load. Asda non-biosensitive is not very sudsy in soft water, so I don't know what this machine's like for suds locks. I've not seen her, obviously, so who knows? She might be like the W562 at the moment, wimps out every suds lock, but if not, then she might kick through with them. Who knows? We'll see. You guys knew it was coming with me with a Mila. Right, today's powder is something, so look at this, right? I like this, it says it in German. Okay, so some is going in the pre-wash. 1 scoop in pre-wash. I don't know how sudsy that's going to get. It's got a lemony fragrance, I think, to it as well. Right, that can do good. I've got some vanish. Oh, it's not vanish. It's Tesco Oxy Powder. And conditioner is going to be Asda Pure Cotton Sensitive. And they're massive bottles they have. I've also put a new water pump in this house, so it might be a bit more quieter. That's going to be fun. Look at that, nice angled fascia. So we turn to Cotton's 90, it's not 95 on this, so we have the eco cycles here, because this is an eco model. We will select pre-wash and water plus, all 2 hours, nearly 3 hours long, but do I care? No. Right, let's get ready to go. Like I said, 3 hours and 9, but we know it will cut down. So the, well, it might actually be 3 hours 9 minutes, because the obviously the water plus on this adds an extra rinse. So hopefully we'll get some good rinsing results. We'll see how it goes. Right. Mila. Oh, it's so good to have a Mila in the collection. So I think we're going to see some similarities but also differences between this machine and Mum's W562. We shall see. But I like the way this, look at this, It's really strange how this does this, but I like it. So I've just noticed this, because when I did the maintenance wash, I realised this machine tumbles while filling. But I've not ever noticed the machine bringing the wash time down. Probably will end up, this probably calibrates for full load. Please don't. I love when we fill through that. So that's good because we now wet down most of the load. Most of the load's wet down there, as you see. With the W562, you knew by, so the machine would do a long tumble. Yeah, see. There you go. I want to wet the load down, and that's looking good. But that's also because I've enabled Water Plus as well. So we'll see what happens after this. Almost like an LG going back and forth. There we go, that should be perfectly fine now. Oh no, a bit more. Through the main compartment. And they're tumbling faster now, there we go. My only grouch with Miele is that you can't, like, for example, select a pre-wash and short. Yeah, hopefully I can find some other Miele at a time, you know. But this is unlocked Miele for me now, so I'm really happy. Right, first thing to me to spin off the pre-wash. Now see, we're going to very unbalanced there. Wow, that is unbalanced. They probably haven't heard it yet, but it's pouring out. That's all we do. That was about 600. There we go, slowing down. Right now on the main wash. So that's about 600 we spin it. Didn't get to hear it here on the other spins. Heat all the way to 90 degrees. So the load's already absorbed. So it should be fine. It's like you're washing in all the detergent. It feels weird to have a meter in my collection. That's the Water Plus kicking in as well, because I've programmed, so the Water Plus on Miele's, if you don't know, they have 3 settings. Sorry, the factory setting is P1, P2, so you've got P1, P2, P3 in the programmable mode. So P1 is just extra water on the wash and rinse, main wash and rinse, but we still do 2 rinses. Miele's will do 2 rinses by default. Second setting is just add an extra rinse but doesn't top up the level. And setting 3, which is what this machine is set to, which I set her to, is top up main wash and rinse and add an extra rinse. This is exactly what I had the W562 doing. I don't know if you can hear the sound of the motor, listen. It's more prominent when going anti-clockwise, but we do this as the wash action now, like hydromatic tumbles. We're heating to 90. Listen when it goes tumbles now. It's got that buzz of like a vintage Miele, like the W800 series. It's got much of an old school charm to this that I think even Mum's one did, but I do love this ribbed chrome door though. working up suds. Hopefully it doesn't get too sudsy. We're at full temperature of 90 degrees, probably somewhere close to about 85 or so. Unfortunately my temperature thing isn't working, I need a new battery. But the suds have settled down, as you see, which is good. Although we do have at least another, what did I say, 25, about another 30 minutes of this. We drain around the 40-minute mark. So we get a really long wash. They did Eco Plus and Comfort and Eco Comfort of this range, of this one, the WDA211. I don't know which one though is Eco Comfort, they're both Eco, so... Yeah, it says Eco Comfort, this one. So it's like the machine almost goes to distribute there. The machine's really hot as well. Alright, first intermediate spin. Let's see how we go. It's going to be a suds lot. So keep listening out because you'll hear something soon. Unbalanced. That's part of the program and that. Yeah, so that's what we do, a little burst like what the Miele W562 does on the express cycle. So that might help. I don't know though, I've not seen how good this... The light is still on the main wash, and then I think it will go down to the rinsers. So it should mimic what Mum's one kind of does. W Classic. I like how they call it. Yeah. Well, here we go. Here's the next attempt. Unbalanced. That won't. There you are. Balance sensors kicking in. Oh, smooth. Look at the springs. Are we going to cut out? So we'll start off at 250. I think we're going to be fine. No, actually I can hear something. That's sounding quite thick. I know, it might be fine. No. No, here comes the suds lock. not clearing up. Oh, I think she's trying to get into the suds locks of the year. So we're probably going to stop for a bit, so I'm going to let that sit and then do the next bit. Right, here's another attempt. We got to about 500, 600 there. See what happens. Okay. Springs are very hot at the moment, that's why. Oh, see, it's coming out the bar stuff. I think that's not bad, it's going to come out again. I feel like foam is going to be in the outer tub now. Yeah, that sounds heavy, it does. I can hear the machine. She's going for it. I'm going to do it. Yes, go for it. There's the water coming out. Oh, got to about 750 there. 700. Oh, she's not giving up though. Bloody hell. She's going to puke out the drawer in a second. That's some Aston non-bio detergent. I even put less in there than normal. Wow. Oh, this machine's awesome. And we're giving up. But the thing is, we should keep the pump on that. I never know why Mila do this. Oh, look at that. We're having another attempt. We're time holding at 52 though. Come on, Mila. So that's just the remnants of it there. We got 600 first time, they're about 700. Let's try and make it to 900. It's the next spin that you've got to look out for because the suds become more watered down. So it's harder to detect. Oh, I can already hear it. Now we're going to go into a rinse now. Let's see if it adds time on.
Oh yeah,
so we've added extra time on. We've added doing an extra rinse. So we're going to do 4 rinses now. Let's cut into an emergency rinse. So get 4 rinses in a Mila. She did well though. She got to a good enough speed. See what kind of level we do now. Only a Mila would. It's fun though. Oh. See me in the chrome. I think we do to just about the drum rim maybe, I don't know. these ever do high level, these ones? Maybe not. Oh no, hang on, we're filling a bit higher. Oh, hello. Nice. Interesting. Well, you look at that. Good level. That's nice and cold now, that is, yeah. Wow. Wow, really good level. Look at that. Oh, that's excellent, that is. I hope all the rinses are at that level. Blimey. Wow. Oh, impressive. Oh, that'll give them a good rinse. Okay, we're on the... Well, it's technically the first intermediate spin because we've added an extra rinse, but yeah, we're going on to what's the second intermediate spin. It's unofficial. Hopefully we're going to hear something soon. I'm going to sit here and wait, because this is technically, there we go. So we start distributing with the pump off. See how we get on. Be that burst. Oh, we know. Unbalanced though. It's been more watery now. Oh no, we've decided to conk out, and she says no. Mila says, Alright, second attempt, let's see what happens. Oh. Unbalanced. Oof, bloody hell. Very unbalanced. What if I make it to full speed? That was a good level of rinse we did though. What? What happened? Is that how far we made it? I remember it was an unofficial spin, isn't it? Anyway, it's about 600 there. Okay, so we're filling for what would technically be the first rinse, but it's now the second rinse. Interesting, we're not filling through the porthole, we're filling the cascade fill, we're filling through the drawer. see what kind of level we do. Let's go on to the drum room. Well, it's sort of a medium level, that is. Well, no, it's high level, but technically it's because all the sounds are absorbed. So yeah, deep level rinses we do. It's not very good though, it is. Just need to get faster on them spins. Right, we're on the what's supposed to be the second interview. It's the third one now. Let's see what happens. There, it does that little burst, I like that. Some strange pumping sounds. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Straighten the hose. Let's go dry nearby. Let's go dry nearby. It looks like a cupboard. Here we go again. Listen, what you're going to hear in a minute. What can you hear? She's chugging. We've got a meter that chugs. Let's start at 250 and ramp up. That's better. Pumping out way faster now. We might get to 900, but I don't know if that's going to cut it short now. So if you notice, the motor sounds like it's 1100. The motor is basically 200 RPM faster in sound because the pulleys are bigger on these. So that's actually at 900. Probably more like 1,000. I think that's 1,000. So the motor sounds like it's at 1,200. Yeah, these are 1,000. That's 1,000 now. I think that is. At least it made it at full speed. No, the vibration looks more like 1,000 and 900. Yeah, that 1,000 that is. I know the W57401 was 1,000. Yeah, we made it. So when that hits full speed, you'll hear it sounds like 1,600. Oh yeah, watch this. Open that tap. I'm going to do a bit of a spin fill. There we are. Look at that. Actually does a spin fill. That's now 3 rinses, but technically it's the second rinse. We'll say second rinse because I'm not counting that one as the first rinse, I'm counting that as an emergency rinse. Right, filling for second rinse now. So let's see how deep of a level we do. It's like we do different levels depending on how we fill. We fill through the drawer. It's a more shallower level, like a lower level, but fill through the cascade fill, we fill a lot more. Anyway, that's good though. It's nice and cold in there. And we did a spin at full intermediate spin speed, so yeah. Oh, there we are. So let's see what we got to. Yeah, there we go. So it is a deep level rinse, just getting absorbed by. Yeah, I'm getting good rinse. Can't wait to try the minimum iron cycle out on this, see how that is. We'll have to do minimum iron 60 the next one maybe. Right, third and final intermediate spin should be. Yeah. Oh, there's pump on, pump off things. And then we start tumbling with the pump off. Whenever we do. No. Mila says no. I'm not going to spin. Balance, wow. Oof. Draining. Oh god. I'm going to get up on one go. I don't get this spin programming. We ramp up and then we stop. We can stop the machine then. No, even that doesn't do it. It doesn't make the machine spin again. I really don't understand this. Right, sounds like we're on the final rinse. Yep, final rinse. That's a bit, this programming's a bit strange on this machine. Is that the, yeah, no, the porthole fill. Let's see how much we fill on the final rinse. Do we fill full level? Because as far as I know, Milas are normally a little bit shallower on the final rinse. Either way though, those towels have been rinsed really well anyway, so, you know. I just find that spin really bizarre. I did that twice. I thought the final spin would be interesting. I don't know how, if anyone who owns a W Classic knows how to do this, how do you skip through the program stages, or can you not do it on these machines? And also, why does this machine's load sensor not sort of calculate that? Because when I was doing the maintenance wash, it was doing full length cycles. It wasn't cutting the time down like the W562 does. Yet this is meant to have load sensing. Unless it's because this is the Eco Comfort one, and I thought all Miele's did have that. It's just that when it takes too long, I would love to be able to skip the program right to the next part, but look at that, lower level, so I was right. On to the final spin now. 1400 RPM. Probably a small burst at first. Let's see what we do. I think it's a small burst. I'll start at 215. So you go up to 600 and then slow down. A lot of shutting the pom-pom lock on this. Much louder motor. Hear that? Oh, she's unbalanced. 600. Oh, she's going to shake around and roll. Bloody hell! Never seen a meter go this mad. That's 900. Was that 1,000? No, that's about 800, that is. Is it 900? No, 900 and probably up to 1,000. That's 1200 that is now. Sounds a bit faster though. did use this at home next to the Miele W562. Doesn't that sound like 1600? It's 1400. And not even movement. That's all line scale breaking off the... And I've already thought of a name for this machine. You'll hear it in a minute. I think these might do an anti-tangle like what the Miele does. I don't know what this one does, so I have a feeling this might be different. Pump on and off all the time there. Oh, absolutely amazing. Fun machine. Show the little anti-tangle we do at the end. What Miele's normally do, don't they, see? This is a proper anti-tangle though. Unlike what the W562 does. Okay, she's still doing an anti-tangle, so let's end her. Right, let's have a look. A bit warm they are, probably because they didn't do much of a big rinse, but at least not all tangled up too much. Wow, some old grubby towels in here. Look at this. Balled it all up in there, but that's done really well. Okay, so big question now. What have I decided to name the machine? I will tell you, I've got a very interesting name for her. I have decided to call this machine Raven. Okay, why have I called this machine Raven? Well, this machine is from, or roughly around, September 2015. So, the machine is sort of an oldish look, or oldish style, but made modern. The machine is the last of its kind because this was the last, in my opinion, was the last true quality Miele's before they went to plastics, and in my opinion Miele are basically killed off now, they are. So around the time that this machine came out was when in Doctor Who they were filming the last episodes with my absolute favourite companion, that's Clara Oswald, who's played by Jenna Coleman. She starred her last episode, which was the worst episode I ever watched, and I mean in terms of it was great, but it was the most heartbreaking episode I ever watched, and I basically feel like I'm grieving the death of her, was called Face the Raven, because for those who watch Doctor Who would know Clara Oswald was killed by a raven. So I originally wanted to kind of call this machine Clara, but I thought Clara is a very old school name in a way, like doesn't suit a machine of the modern day era. So in a way, I say this machine was basically what killed Miele off after this. And like to me, the W1s do not define Miele as you know, this is what, like, you know, a machine that you can, you know, do that with, you can slam the door on and everything. You know, that to me is what, that's Miele quality. That is, you know, stainless steel out of tubs. That is what Miele is. Effectively, so this was the machine to me that was the death of Miele afterwards, because this is the last of any new machines that I like. Nothing, everything else is like 2004, 2006. This is the like latest of anything I'll ever go for. So, but that's only because this is designed from like 2001 or so. This or 2000. This is a design from like bygone, you know, decades. So basically this is the machine that ended my love for Miele after this, because after this, you know, so yeah, effectively it's what killed. Miele were the one brand I held on to for the longest. As we know, I used to be called King of Miele, and I fall in love with this machine. She didn't handle that suds not particularly well, but that's because it was a bloody foreign detergent, and these towels do have, unfortunately, they do have some what's it called in it? They have got cleaning products on them because they were used to clean the other machine I got. So yeah, Raven is the name of this machine. Absolutely proud to have her here, and I'm going to do some more washing. I've got a load of towels. I'll start that up in there. I hope you all like this machine. Plenty now to come, and yeah, we'll roll on all the others too. So again, thank you all for 9,000 subscribers. I mean, I hope this is what I, you know, at least good enough what I can give you guys in return. You know, at some point when I'm settled a bit better, you know, I might be at some point looking to leave this place and it might be another apartment or something, but something with a bit of a better arrangement where I can have some wash races or plumb 2 machines in. I don't know, we'll see what happens. But for the moment, I'm just enjoying these. And Deb, we've got 2 more machines to reveal. I might reveal the next one next week, and then whatever goes on, because my subscribers are going up great. People are watching a lot, so I'm going to think keep it coming. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to keep it supreme and go with the flow.